Speaker, can I use this opportunity to remind the House that on Friday the RSPB launched their Let Nature Sing track and accompanying video, which we should really promote as much as we could. And this video, this track, brings attention to the 40 million fewer birds that we have today, reminds us of birdsong and gives a call to action. And added to this, a loss of pollinating insects, destruction of habitats and 1 million species under threat. These problems alone are reason enough to declare a climate emergency, and I'm glad to be speaking this debate. And the government must commit to and grow a low-carbon economy. The country, the nation, wants us to accelerate action and to lead the world. And can I also bring a quick mention to the Sustainable Development Goals that haven't yet been mentioned, but actually have clear commitments in there to actually help the world's poorest countries to address the climate change. So there's things that we can do as a global leader. At home, there are things that we must do, and getting it right will reduce the demand on the NHS, create and spread wealth across all corners of the UK, which is of particular interest to Cornwall, reduce demand on energy supply, provide warm and comfortable homes, as the member for Doncaster North made clear, support small businesses and create skilled workforces, especially in construction and the renewable sector, and boost the car manufacturing industry and innovation in greener fuels. And finally, support the sustainable food production. Practical measures are needed, and Cornwall Council, one of the first councils, if not the first, to declare a carbon-free Cornwall by 2030. And what we're talking about is funding and accelerating the work to address fuel-poor homes, launching a car scrappage scheme supporting poor families to move to more fuel-efficient vehicles, increasing support such as a Salix Finance, which actually gives 100% interest-free loans to public buildings, including schools, to put renewable solutions on their roofs and reap the benefits once the loan is repaid. Bringing forward the Environment Bill, which the Minister assured me in a debate I had recently, will be immediately after the next Queen's speech. And we're in that Environment Bill, we must establish the Nature Recovery Network, invest in woodland recovery and incentivise landowners to nature-friendly practices. And finally, what is being called for in Cornwall is that we should establish citizens' assemblies to identify solutions both nationally and locally and give people a stake in how this country moves forward. The government must take a lead. Councils like Cornwall, the Duchy of Cornwall, is wanting to get on top of this agenda, wanting to really conquer this and be a force for good, but they need government policy, government funds to allow them to do that.
Clive Lewis.
Thank you,